And then a spiritual marriage means what?
Spiritual marriage it's just what we call it when it's like we have covenanted, promised to each other, that we are going to be with each other for
So it's
eternity.
no legal thing.
It's not legal.
So I could say I'm spiritually married to
For us,
Christian.
it was, if you wanted to, you absolutely could. Go Christian.
And then I could spiritually unmarry him tomorrow and no one would be the wiser.
I mean, you know what? To each his own. For us, it was through like our church process. We had, it was specifically, through the church.
Okay.
And it was,
And for people that don't know much about the religion that you guys followed, what was that religion?
It was does it really even have a name? I don't know that it has the religion has a name. It's just people who believe in God, and we have the same beliefs, and we have like a head of the church and leadership. And
but I mean, do they read? You read the Bible? It's like, is that the kind of thing that's happening in church?
Read the Bible, read the Book of Mormon, which is a LDS text.
Right.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yep.
So, and then when Janelle came in, you did know her previously, actually.
Yes.
I read that she was married to your brother.
She had been married to my brother.
Now, when I saw that, now is the community there so small? Because then I saw something about her mother and Kody's father being married.
Yep, that too.
Does everyone know that?
Yep,
I think that's
I don't know. I think it really weirds a lot of people out. And the community's not that small.
It's not that small.
It's not that
so
small.
That's
so
odd.
It's kind of weird that all happened that way.
So did you like Janelle because she was coming off of divorcing your brother? Was there any loyalty there that you were like, wait a minute?
It took a minute for me to get my head wrapped around it.
And was your brother like, no way, you're not going to hang out with this chick?
I mean, the whole thing was
a lot
interesting. I
love how
there was
political.
There was emotions. Let's just say there is emotions.
But were you able to work through that, or was that always difficult?
No, I think I was able to work through it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I like that. Okay.
And just to be clear, when my brother and Janelle were married, it was not within our church circle.
Okay.
It was outside of that.
And were they a polygamist?
No.
Okay.
No.
Got it. Now, I don't think people realize that you guys had a life for like 20 years, right, before the show happened. You guys were living this life. So I'm going to ask you about how the show came into play, but what happened in the 20 years that we missed, that weren't on TV? Was it very similar to when we caught up with you in season 1? I mean, or were there highs, lows? Like, what was the theme of your life?
Definitely a lot of highs and definitely a lot of lows.
And moving?
Yeah, I think we moved every 5 years, it seemed like. I don't know. It was probably more often than that.
Oh, God.
Like, there was a lot of moving. I remember living in Utah, then Wyoming, then Montana, then back to Wyoming, then back to Utah. Then, there was just whatever happened.
And based on Kody's job or based on your guys' jobs?
Yep.
Or
it was usually a job situation.
Got it.
Yeah.
And how did people feel about your family if you were moving all over the place? Did you guys have to hide? Like
we were hiding.
You were.
We were hiding. We were very, very quiet about it. I know that it was hard for Janelle and Christine because they would end up pregnant and they're working these jobs and they have to like make up some story. And I'm always around these kids and I have to make up some story about who these kids are that you know what I mean? And
wow.
Like it was really weird. And then we'd had to like teach the kids, don't ever lie. You don't want to lie. Let's just be careful about what we say.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to lie and say, oh, that's not my brother or that's not my sister.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was really, really.
Were the kids all going to the same school?
Homeschool.
Oh, right. You guys were doing the homeschool.
It was easier to do that than.
For all of them.
Yeah.
And how many kids?
when they were really young.
Yeah.
It was homeschool.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, by the time they were, 12 or so, we started sending them to, once we moved back to Utah, we started sending them to like our private church school.
Right. So, okay, where people could.
And they could talk.
Yeah. Okay. What was the best part of being in that foursome, I guess? What was the best part for you? And again, those 20 years before.
Foursome. Well, it wasn't a foursome,
Okay, well,
but okay. Yeah.
you know what I mean. What was the best part of that kind of relationship, I guess, is what I'm asking.
You know, I think that when we were at our very, very best, we really supported each other. You know, obviously there's personality issues
Yeah.
or there's, conflicts that you have to work through or whatever.
Yeah.
But when we were really at our best and we were raising all those kids together, like those kids, a lot of them have really, really close relationships because they were so close in age.
Mm-hmm.
And, they just love each other. And, that to me is really cool, is the bond that so many of them have.
Yeah. And I know that you had one and some of the other women had different amounts of kids, but was it an opportunity for you guys all to feel like all of the kids were like a step kid or whatever, or were you very separated in your
No, I
homes?
think that we did a really good job of like, these are all our kids.
Right.
Like, these are all our kids. I mean, there was the emotions for sure, like the fact that I was only able to have one.
Yeah.
Super grateful that I got my one.
Yeah.
But I'm also really glad about the other ones. And I'm glad that my kiddo has a lot of siblings
Yeah.
that I couldn't provide.
Right. Absolutely. I mean, it's so nice. I have just one daughter. I always wish that I had more. And I don't have a huge family. So, I feel like that is so nice to have a village, so to speak.
Yeah.
Okay. So generally, would you say that you were happy, fulfilled by the time the show came around? Like, were you looking for more, or what was the state of mind for all of you when
Looking
the show?
for more wives?
No. Oh, actually, that's a great question.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
By the way,
here,
is there a
let me-
limit? Is there a limit? Can you only have 4?
No, there's not a limit.
So you could have had 7, 10.
Yeah. Yeah, if you really wanted to.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. No. Was there just what was your state of mind with you guys? Were you feeling like everything was going well at the time the show came around?
I think things were decent.
Okay.
I know that personally, Kody and I, we were having like up and down conflicts, but that was kind of normal for us.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, it was a roller coaster, But no, I think things were good. Like
Okay.
we had moved into this house in Utah. We had been there for a few years, and things I thought were pretty good at the
Right.
time.
And at no point up until then did any of the 3 women at the time. Nobody was thinking of leaving.
No.
Right. Everybody was happy with where they were.